Okay. I didn't know this. I never pay attention to social media stuff anyway, because I don't believe in social media. I think social media is like a siphon pool of hell that one should never get involved in. One of my mottos that I created, there's no such thing as truth by consensus, and I don't get involved in social media. Anyway, over on PETAPIXEL's website, a bunch of people emailed me and sent me stuff like, "Oh my God, you made top 20 YouTube photography channels on YouTube." Like I did, where'd you read that at? And anyway, a bunch of people sent me this link. Um, the part that I actually like is who's not on the top 20. Excuse me. Pardon me. That was my own little sadistic humor there. So I wanted to thank people. I just wanted to be helpful. It said here are our reader favorites. So apparently I made top 20 on YouTube as number 20. I'm number 20 here. There are a lot of really good YouTube channels out there. I mean, obviously I'm sitting behind this desk a lot, but now that the weather is getting better, I'll be doing a lot of videos outside, a lot. And I'm going out on a shoot tomorrow, and that's why I've been so busy today. Not that you would know that. So here's some of our reader favorites. Some reader favorites. No, I mean I don't count subscribers either. I mean I really don't. People say, "Oh, you got subscribers." I don't count subscribers. I just say what's on my mind, say what's accurate, logical, helpful, and that's good. People are like, "Oh God, you really helped me." I mean I get it all the time. I'm not fond. I'm not saying don't compliment me or nothing. I'm just saying not fond of, and I don't like compliments because they're fine, but I don't believe in people you know feeding into compliments like, oh, I've got a lot of people complimenting me, so I can just do or say whatever I want now, and because I got a lot of people, that sort of hubristic premises is never a good thing. It's not saying I love people shouting obscenities at me or anything like that, but my point is that one should be sit in the middle of either praise or blame, and that's the place to be in. And it's like if you want to, throw praise, that's great, but I won't. I appreciate it and acknowledge it, but I do. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm unappreciative. I mean, I hope it doesn't come off that way. It says I'm a reader favorite, so that's awesome. That means I'm helpful. I mean, I know these are obviously zero budget videos. I need some glitter to like throw at the end of every video, like wah, glitter, glitter, glitter. Professional. Just like throw some glitter at the camera. Wah! So obviously there's no budget in these videos. It's just to be helpful and useful. And I knew a couple things. I knew with my background in metaphysics and ancient translations that I would be able to make logical, intelligent decisions without a corporate hand at my butt. Number two, that I've got nobody yanking my chain to say one thing or the other. Just say it like it is and be useful. And I've got a lot of experience with gear. And of course, photography ain't about gear. It's about shooting. And I'm not a gear sniffer. I might have a lot of gear, but that doesn't make me a gear sniffer. But I'm glad I could be helpful in any way and every way possible. So that was my premise. So I thought that I would actually, diverge from the rest of these folks that are doing their own thing. And there's some of them are saying some really crazy stuff, but I thought I would be something unique, which of course I look unique, obviously, but I also think very, very much unlike anybody else does. And that's why I started this. I thought, well, I'm not going to do a bunch of flim-flam and sit behind a desk, and which I'm sitting behind a desk now, but it's not fancy. And put a bunch of knick-knack frou-frou behind me and go, "Hi, greetings. Tonight we're going to be discussing," like a news broadcast. Nobody needs that sort of crap. I mean, life is short. I obviously repeat myself too much, but that's a personal fault of mine, obviously. But, I just wanted to be useful, and so I have to say thank you so much for setting my top 20 reader favorite. And, like I said, I don't count subscribers at all. I mean, I really don't. You can look at my eye. I don't count subscribers. But there's a lot of people that have a lot more subscriptions than me that are not on this list. So that must mean that I've made a whole lot of people. I mean, what I'm deducing from this is that I don't have that many subscribers, which I'm not counting to begin with. But it means that what I'm getting from this is that there are an enormous amount of people that I've made really happy. It's like oh, I kind of don't like that, grumpy, weird dude, but he's actually helpful, and he answers my questions, and, he recommended a lens that I absolutely freaking love. And there's been a lot of stuff like that. I mean, a lot. I mean, just tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff. Like, oh my God, I never heard of this lens before. I never would have bought it without your recommendation. I bought it, and I'm just so, so happy. So, so, so happy. It's just out of this world, or I found a steal, or I found a neat trick, or, I've got all these, I've got hundreds of light mods videos that I've done, far, far more than that exists out there on YouTube on any other place. And, it's like, build this yourself for $3. I mean, people love that, and they love the fact that, I knew that I had all this experience with lenses and whatnot, and, that I could, make an intelligent, well-rationed, reasoned, statement about something. Everything is subjective. I mean, this is an art form, too. What someone wants to use and what I've said is the best, as opposed to something else. That goes so far. I mean, ultimately, it's what exactly do you want? And I always ask that. People say, what's the best lens? Like, I don't know. What do you shoot? I always ask that. I never give an answer. I say, what is your budget? What do you plan on shooting? What do you need? Because me just giving a pat answer is not helpful. Other people that do that, they may think that's helpful, but it's not. That's just you giving your own personal. But, ask them what they need. And, what is the best may not be the best for someone else. It's like, little grandma comes into the car rental place and she's like, what's the best? And it's like, well, grandma, here's this 4x4 that sits 8 feet off the ground. And it's like she needs a ladder to even get in the driver's seat. It's like, well, it might be the best, but it ain't the best for granny. And so I work off of that premise, which of course is helpful, useful, and logically so. That must necessitatively be the case. So I just wanted to say thank you for, even though, I haven't been around for that long, that the fact that, I made top 20 is something. And check the link below. And I don't know if they'll keep me there or whatever, but it's over on PETAPIXEL, and a bunch of people sent this to me, and they said, oh, check this out. And it's like, well, thank you. I appreciate the compliments. I just, I never want to, feed them. I mean, I'm fat enough as it is, but I don't want to be ever fat, egotistically, as far as like, oh, I may come off that way to some people, and that's understandable, but I'm really not that way, so. I just wanted to say thanks, and I thought that was pretty cool, and thanks to you. And most important thing is that I was helpful. I was helpful to you, and that, I could be of some benefit, to making things easier so you didn't piss away time or didn't piss away money. Although I do know that I repeat myself too much, and that's certainly a personal fault of mine, and obviously that is wasting time, and that's not very good, obviously. But we all have our faults, so. Anyway, I want to say thank you, and that was a neat little bit of information. A bunch of people emailed me, and catch you later. Bye.